this one hurts, y'all. Um, it hurts so much. I am going to do a review this time from the movie Call Me by Your Name, you know, starring Timothée Chalamet and Armie Hammer, yes. Um, First of all, this movie is from 2017, and I've been dying since like a long time ago to see it. I first heard about this movie in 2018 Oscars, when they were actually nominated in a few nominations, and actually won for best adapted screenplay, if I'm not mistaken. And that's the first time I saw Timothée Chalamet, like for real, like on screen. Like, okay, this one a new young actor. Everyone's keep talking about like new rising star. I haven't seen any of his movie before when I saw him at the Oscars, and so on and so on. I haven't got the time to actually see this movie, and years passed, and here I am, like 5 years later, four years later, and in the meantime, I have seen like several Timothy movies actually, like a few of them I have seen, and I can see why people, obsessed with this young actor, because I am too. Me too. Yeah, I'm like one of those girls or just people who are obsessed with Timothy. And finally, in 2022, I saw this movie, Call Me by Your Name. I have seen like a lot of clips, trailer, and several interviews of the cast, but I still haven't actually got the urge to see the movie. But here I am now. I have seen it last night actually, and it was if I can say it was so heartbroken. Like, seriously, I legit like condemned myself last night for deciding to see this movie, because I just knew that this is going to give me heartbreak, but I didn't realize that it was gonna be this hurt. Like, oh my god, I'm not crying. I did not cry after seeing this movie, but it's just hurt. It gives you that that hurt feeling. Like, it was so painful for me to see it. It's a story about two young people. Timothée Chalamet playing a character named Elio, if I'm not mistaken, and his father, Mr. Perlman, is a professor, and every year in the summer they will invite like like a college student from I don't know, everywhere, to spend the summer with them, and playing a role as like his father assistant. throughout this summer, and it was a movie adaptation from a book, and it was set in North Italy. Okay, so I'm gonna stop right there because it's already win my heart in the word of Italy. Everyone knows that my number one ultimate favorite city is definitely New York. Okay, I'm gonna start right there. And number two, my top two most favorite city is London. First of all, I haven't been to those countries, so like most favorite means that every time people ask me which city that you're dying to visit, I'm gonna go with these two countries because I don't know, it's just New York. You know, I love musicals, so Broadway is in New York, and you know, the Christmas movies, like a lot of Christmas movies were set in New York, and I grew up loving Christmas, and I grew up watching Christmas movies, so it was like unconsciously set in my brain. Okay, New York is just like one of the best. And then London because I love Sherlock Holmes, so I don't know, something about London is just give me that mystery thriller vibes of you know, detective Holmes, you know, this kind of vibes. And that being said, Italy is actually my number three, like the place that I want to visit. And this movie is set in North Italy, and I couldn't be happier because this movie feels so perfect for me. It was a love story between two men, actually two guys, Elio and Oliver. You know, it's just like one of those family story about stranger came, you know, to spend the summer and holiday in their house, and they got together and they friends, and you know, eventually having feelings toward each other. You know what excites me more, like interests me more about this movie, it doesn't feel like a gay movie. Like it's just you know, feels like a regular love story. That's so funny because it's actually most people will say it is a gay movie, but I will hardly disagree. When I saw this movie, I was like, this is like a pure love story. Yeah, I know about two men who fall in love with each other and spending the summer all with themselves. But it doesn't, you know, like the way they deliver the story and the screenwriting. It's just remarkable. It's just genius because I literally when it ends, I don't see it as, you know, a gay movie. Like, okay, people keep saying like it is a gay movie and all this stuff, but I don't feel it that way when I finish the movie. And actually, I find it beautiful. It's just giving you the vibes of you know, this love story that is feels so pure and innocent and sweet at the same time, you know, because Timothée and Armie actually both are straight guys, and playing this character and creating a great chemistry is just mind-blowing. I was like, I'm so in love with their chemistry and their a relationship in this movie, because it felt so real. It doesn't feel like, you know, like I'm watching a movie. It doesn't feel like that. It actually feels like, just seeing regular people, like real people having real feelings. And it was beautiful. I love that they are giving me those kind of feelings when I finish the movie. It was beautiful. And like I said, it was very heartbroken, um, because it was actually a sad ending. Uh, and I actually grew up loving, a twist where not every movie needs to be in a happy ending. So I kind of have like, um, what do you call it? Like, I love when a movie ends with not a happy ending. I have those kind of feeling. I mean, I don't have problems with happy ending. I actually love happy endings, but at some point in your life, it was kind of boring if every movie is just giving you a happy ending. So I kind of loving it when some movies are giving me that twist where, okay, it doesn't need to be happy ending. It's just ends. Or, okay, it will be sad ending. And I actually love those fresh and unique storytelling. But in this movie, uh, I I love that the way they uh, did to me uh, in this movie. I mean, I know it is a sad ending, but it is so sad that I actually wanted this to be. Come on, we need a happy ending between these two. Like, seriously, I legit scream at the screen, um, saying I need those two to be in a happy ending. Like, seriously, I love sad ending, but these two, I want them to have a happy ending. But yeah, it was just an audience, um, response. But it was so great. This movie is just another level. I condemn myself for seeing it, but at the same time, like, I'm so happy I see this movie because um, it was so fresh. It was so brand new. Like, I haven't. Uh, Maybe it was not so much. We have like not a lot of movies have this kind of bittersweet like this movie. So yeah, I'm going to give 10 out of 10. Like, seriously, 10 out of 10. I know some, no, 9 out of 10, because there are some transitions for the cinematography that just doesn't work for me. But okay, forget that. I am focusing in the story um, alone, and the actor is just, like, effortlessly um, doing a great job. Um, I know there are some, sensual sequences in this movie, but it doesn't feel like, oh no, you're watching a porn. It's not like that. It actually felt giving me the vibes that this is actually human, um, and they describe a human, the sensual and sexual way of human in such a beautiful beautiful way, and that is why I love this movie. Maybe some people will think that you're watching a gay porn movie. I did not watch a gay porn movie. It was much bigger than that label that people are claiming. It's not like that. So um, the the journey of their 6 months of together, in the summer. Um, actually, yeah, bittersweet, if I can um, say that. Um, it's just so beautiful, like watching two people fall in love and then actually be in love, but then they have to, get separated because Oliver has to go back to his country, um, to doing all of his stuff back in the country, because he's just spend the holiday, the summer holiday, in their house, and it's not going to last because he has to go back. And and that last scene where we just saw like the back of Elio's head, and completely focusing on Oliver's reaction throughout the ending sequence when they got separated. Oliver got on the train, and the door is closed and just gone. And I love that in that entire scene they did not say anything. Like, it's just their eyes were, seemed pretty hurt, just looking at each other, and just got separated by shh. And you just stand there and watching the train leaves, and it was so sad. I mean, like I said, I'm not really a romance fans. Like, I don't really like romance movie, but this movie delivers like different kind of romance. So I love that. I love every the way that their directing style, the cinematography is just beautiful, because it doesn't happen to a lot of movies actually. And and we get to see like Italy like up close, like the culture, like the languages, the cities, and it was so beautiful the way they capture um, the the part of the city, the flowers, the grass, the beach, the lake, the river, whatever it is, it was all beautiful, and it was captured beautifully. And it was like I am actually in Italy, like at that moment, because it was so clear. um the camera, the way the camera works, it's just felt so real. Like, I felt like I was actually in that movie, like watching them from afar, doing this and that, doing this and that. I was actually like the back of the house. It was great, such a great experience. I mean, I watch it on TV, at Netflix, on Netflix. Imagine seeing it like in bigger screen, like in cinema, with IMAX or in 3D, with those picture is just I literally wish I could go back in 2017 and see this movie on bigger screen. Like, seriously, it was so beautifully done. So it makes me feel like, okay, I might want to go to Italy even more. Like, okay, New York, London, Italy, three these three places that I really have to go, like on my in my bucket list. Like, it was all written down, and this movie just give me that experience. So I'm so happy. At the same time, I'm so upset that I saw this movie. It was so heartbreaking. But yeah, that's what great movie does to you when it was nicely done. It was so good. It was so good. It was so great. I want to say that I highly recommend this movie because of the writing style of the movie. You don't have to agree, or you don't have to like be accepting of what this movie is all about. You don't have to, but seeing it from a different perspective, um, you know, like based, just focus on the storytelling, the you know, the screenwriting, the writing style of this movie, that it will blow your mind, because you will actually be okay, we can actually see this kind of story on screen. Like, it doesn't happen that often, you know, this kind of story. And they just don't focus on, okay, these two men fell in love with each other, and then there's conflict, there's people are getting mad, fighting, and all that stuff, you know, those regular love story. We don't see that, and I love that, because we actually focusing on the way these two people just feel connected and feel like so in love, and exploring the way they are in love with each other. In this entire movie, it doesn't really have to, you know, be in a conflict. Okay, these two men fell in love, what the society will said, or what people, or what the family, the parents will say about it. Oh, it will end up they're against each other because of this and that, this and that, this and that, this and that. No, it's just a journey of two people who's like so in love with each other, and it ends. Okay, that's it. Like, it was like those summer love experience movies that doesn't get a happy ending. I legit wishing that you know, somehow few months later Oliver will come back and, you know, maybe proposing or stay in that house, in that country, in that city for, I don't know, for forever, staying with Elio. But instead we get a phone call about, I'm getting married, and it ends with Elio just sitting in the fireplace and just crying, like silently crying. That is how you end a great story. That is how you end a perfect movie, in a sad ending, in a sad way, but at the same time it is the best way. It was so beautifully done. Yeah, everything, the directing style, cinematography, the acting, both of them, Timothée and Armie, did an excellent job. I actually forgot that these two people are both men. I literally did not see it, because they don't bring that subject into this story, into this movie. They're just exploring the love instead, like the love itself, and it was so beautiful. I love it. But at the same time, I was like ugly, painful, because of the ending. But yeah, I love what they did in this movie. Oh, and Timothée Chalamet acting as an awkward teenager. It feels like, oh, it felt so real. Like this movie is just another level, because I'm aware that okay, that's how teenager usually behave, or with their body language and stuff. But like being projected into this movie and projected into his emotions with the bigger guy, with Oliver, and see them interacting with it is so satisfying. It was such a great acting, and love it very much. Yeah, if you want to see it, go see it. Maybe it will make you believe in love again. No, I'm kidding. It's just giving you a perspective of love, new, not new, that different perspective, adding a different perspective on love experience. So yeah, that's pretty much it. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. It deserves it. And also an Oscar winner. Yeah, Oscar Academy Award winner, Best Adapted Screenplay. If I'm not mistaken, BAFTA also, they win for BAFTA. Yeah, it was great. So thank you so much everyone for joining me in this review for Call Me By Your Name, 2017. Here we are, 5 years later. I'm not sorry for it. So thank you so much, everyone. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, whatever it is your most favorite thing about this movie, or have you seen or haven't seen this movie, or I don't know, everything, your opinion about this movie, you can comment below. So thank you guys so much. See you next episode, and bye bye.